Are you like me, someone who struggles to share their feelings, even with their friends? A few months ago, I had a conversation with my group mates about what we wanted to do after college. One of them said they loved woodworking and wanted to start making skateboards again. Another one said she wanted to stream her drawing process on Twitch, but couldn't find the time because of school and work. I personally didn't say anything. I didn't mention my YouTube channel, a project so personal to me that only my best friend knows about it. I feel the judgment of some people that I know for sure will make fun of me, so I just keep it as a secret project. But as I was listening to their stories, I realized that they were being honest about their goals and their doubts, and instead of judging each other, they were encouraging and we were lifting each other up. This interaction made me think, hey, maybe I don't have to keep everything to myself. I grew up in an environment where it felt impossible to express myself. If I ever shared my feelings, they'd usually be misunderstood. So I crossed myself off for years. I kept everything for me and I worked my way through life secretly. Over the years, I became someone who kept everything inside: pains, doubts, frustrations, everything. I thought by acting strong and detached, I would protect myself from getting hurt. And in some ways, it worked. But it also turned me into someone who didn't know how to open up, even when I wanted to. For years, I acted like nothing could bother me. But honestly, I felt isolated, and the emotional weight I carried grew heavier. With time, self reflection and maturity did their work, and I started peeling away that tough exterior. I still struggled to open up, but at least I was not pretending anymore. But the real shift began when I found people I could trust. Two people with open minds allowed me to express myself safely. For the first time, I felt heard. No judgment, no backlash, just understanding. It was a slow process, but with every honest conversation, I felt lighter. Therapy also made a huge difference. My therapist didn't just listen. Through her deep understanding of my psychology, she helped me understand my emotional patterns and gave me the tools to start opening up. And then, not too long ago, that group conversation I mentioned earlier made me realize that I should search for the right circle of people, the right support system who will genuinely care for my well being and support me in my dreams. But later on, at some random moments, I realized that that support system actually already exists. I've had close friends for years. Some I've known for over decades, one of them for 2 decades. They've always been there for me, and it's always a lot of fun to be with them. But I've always shared the positive of my life, revealing very little of the lows. Not only because I didn't want to burden them with my issues, but part of me was still afraid they would judge me or not take me seriously. And now, looking back, I realized how unfair that was. I was putting them in the same box as the people who had hurt me before. But the truth is, not everyone is out to hurt you. Avoiding unhealthy people is important, but isolating yourself from everyone is not the solution. Recently, I started opening up a little bit. I was out with my friends, and even though I was scared, I shared some personal things. But because I'm so used to negative returns, I expected them to judge me or brush it off. But they didn't do any of that. I wanted to share this because I know there are people out there who feel lonely, who feel like nobody will ever understand them. But finding the right people makes all the difference, not only for your emotional well being, but also for your growth as a person. The wrong people can make you feel worse about yourself, they can make you close off even more. But the right people, They create a space where you feel safe to be yourself. I can't give you a roadmap on how to find these people, but what I know from personal experience is that by observing their behavior, you will know pretty quickly who's trustworthy and who's not. If someone constantly judges or mocks people, chances are they will do the same to you once you have your back turned. On the other hand, if they are kind, empathetic, and supportive of others, they will likely be kind and supportive of you too. So pay attention to how they treat others for some time and notice how they respond to vulnerability. And once you find someone who feels safe, don't be afraid to open up if you want to. Of course, it doesn't have to happen all at once. Go at your own pace. But trust me, safe people do exist. And when you find them, it changes everything. I hope my story resonated with at least one of you. If it did, feel free to like this video and subscribe for more insights like this one. And if you've ever struggled to open up or find the right people, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. You never know who you might help by sharing. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you soon.